Thank you very much, Paul. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really happy to be invited here to tell what happened in the sunny city of Riga at the end of July when tall ships races came to my city for the second time in their lives. So, the very event was comprised of 102 ships, a large fleet, larger than we expected, and out of them A-class there were 28 B-class vessels and 54 C and D-class vessels, representing 17 countries. They brought around 3,000 sailors to our city that were warmly welcome. And the event attracted around 1.5 million visitors. It's the data we collected from police, from the visitors throughout all the event. And on the surveys asking for people the reason, the purpose of their visit to Riga, to the event area, the main answer was to see the tall ships. So the program that was on the 2 stages we were having in Riga, it was secondary. Tall ships were the stars indeed, and they really got enormous public interest. We have succeeded to attract 65 trainees. They were fully paid by the STI organization, by city, by sponsors, and they didn't have to co-finance their trips on the ships. During the event in Riga, there was live radio broadcast for 2 days from the event area with visitors, with participants, with crew members, live on radio station. And for the event, we have gathered 359 media reports, which means newspaper articles, TV broadcasts, internet reports. We have developed such a poster that was inviting the visitors to Riga. It was placed in cities around Latvia. It was published in national magazines, and it was published also in our neighboring countries. We did our promotion also in neighboring countries, Lithuania, Estonia, Russia, also in Scandinavian countries. There were lots of guests from Sweden, from Norway, from Germany those days in Riga too. So, how did it all started? Of course, it started with contract between City of Riga and Sail Training International. And then some time passed, and we had to start implementing the agreement. And the organization team, actually, the core of the team came together at the very end of last year, in 2012, when we were putting together the budget to host the event in Riga. And the very structure, the organization committee, was established in early months of 2013, when the official documents between all the involved parties were signed. The 4 whales carrying the burden of the hosting tall ships races were the Freeport Authority of Riga, Riga City Council, STA Latvia, and Riga Tourism Promotion Bureau, Live Riga. Very much along the spirit of STI, also our event relied on the volunteers. We had a very passionate team of volunteers, 230 people, 170 were for LOs, helping the ships to find their way in Riga and to be happy in Riga. And the other 60 were helping on the event grounds during the tall ships races in Riga. Where's the budget come? Where did the money come? The money basically came from the city of Riga, from Riga Freeport Authority. It was 19% of all the budget. And only some 10% came from the sponsors. What I think it's very much due to the economical situation a few years ago, and sponsors were rather reluctant to contribute to this event. We do not have so much of a sailing tradition in Latvia, so it's another reason. And there was a must event of Latvia 2 weeks before the Tall Ships races, which is our national song and dance festival, which gathers choirs, singers, dancers from whole Latvia, more than 50,000 singing, dancing together on one stage. And it's really a huge event, and everybody in Latvian families, it's a must to be there or to see the event. So the sponsors who could be considering, they were already rather preferring for the audience to give the money to this event. However, we have succeeded to get a very good sponsor, which was La Telecom. It's our telecommunication company who ensured free Wi-Fi all over the event grounds, and it helped us a lot. Broadband internet, it was fast, and we have heard good references about it. The event area, actually, it was a very historic place where ships were coming in and out to Riga from the Middle Ages, actually, when Riga was an active Hanseatic town. And actually, it was still the same now. We didn't see much of the sailing ships over the last century, until 2003, when the Katisak tall ships races first came to Riga, and it was a very huge event. And then 10 years passed, and in 2013, we had the honor to welcome the beautiful, magnificent fleet of the tall ships in Riga again. And the event caused extraordinary public interest. However, I have to note that during the event, the port of Riga did not interrupt its daily routine. It had to work and do its daily business. However, we were trying really hard to communicate and to organize so that the operations of the port do not too much interfere with the events of the tall ships races. However, there were some inconveniences for the ships because of this fact, and some of ships had to be double berthed next to each other. And however, but it's being in the very downtown, in the very center of Riga. If there were more space in the industrial areas, but I think it won't be so nice neither for the participants of the race or for the visitors. As I mentioned, the center of the attraction were the ships, and people could walk all along the area and to see all the ships and visit numerous attractions that were organized in the event grounds. There were attractions for children, there were attractions for sports, different kind of things, and there were 2 stages. However, the programs on the stages we did not invite any special stars to encourage people coming. They were kind of background for those people queuing up to get to see the ships. And I would really like to say our heartfelt thanks to the ships who were welcoming the visitors, the loads and loads and masses of people standing in queues to them. And due to the public interest, some of the ships even extended their opening hours, and we really appreciate that. So did people of Latvia. Thank you. If there are some people from Kruzenstern, from Mir, from Alex van Humboldt, from Shababa Mansis Nebranka, are really great. Thanks. We have announced that the people could arrive to the area starting from 10 in the morning, and then the party went until late hours along the shoreline. For the crews, they received warm welcome in Riga. They melted nicely in the crowd of the city. And we were organizing a special sports games for the crews, which was part of the bigger event of the Riga Freeport Festival. Actually, it was another regatta in Regatta. It was a regatta in the Riga City Canal on water bikes, and there were 60 teams from 60 ships participating in the regatta. Very enthusiastic event. It's a tradition to have this kind of events in Riga Canal each year. Usually it's a corporate event or media games, and this time we offered it to sailors. Besides, the crews of the ships could participate also in tug of war, and there were also some individual disciplines that they could participate in, like arm wrestling, like wall climbing, like some funny disciplines, sumo and rodeo too. What crew, of course, as in every port, they had the crew party, and there came one unexpected situation that there was not so much shortage of beer. Actually, there was no shortage of beer, but there was shortage of Coca-Cola, which we did not consider too much in Latvia. It's not so popular anymore. And it turned out that Coca-Cola consumption was higher than average in our country. Also, the port festival took place just by the port area. Those who have been to Riga know that Riga is quite compact, and it's easy walkable around. Here you can see some moments from the cruise competitions. They had to wear special costumes and to attract public, and there were lots of people watching the competitions all day long. It started early in the morning until late hours. There were crowds of people watching also sports games. The crew parade took place along the most remarkable places of Riga, Old City, Liberty Monument, and it was welcomed again by crowds of spectators along the route. Much fun to the spectators of Riga. They were ready to see something more conservative approach, but the parade broke the initial perceptions. Whereas the captain's dinner took place in the recently renovated Ziemeļblāzma Culture Palace with a special modern Latvian cuisine for dinner and a special entertainment program created for the event. And when the quay side was empty, then could start party those people who were doing the thing. And here's a picture of the LOs still standing. Some are not anymore. After the parade of sail in the premises of the Riga Freeport Authority. I must say, they are the best LOs. Very much help and very much support to our organization team, which was actually comprised just of 9 people. So what I think, if I would do, what would I do to do again a race in Riga? So we definitely need to start early event planning resources, planning necessities, planning port facilities, overall condition, not just the length of the piers. We have to consider more the EU legislation requirements, which was much different 10 years ago when Latvia was not an EU country, and now we had lots of EU regulations as to all the tendering process, and it took a lot of time, actually. Then a huge issue, of course, is the staff capacity, number of staff, because there were lots of ideas and lots of things that could be done, but simply there were no more people I could delegate to. Attracting professionals in the fields that the core team is not professional into. Working more with sponsorships, and I think the success of this event might open the door much easier. And as ships are the stars, and as it was heard also during the sessions today and yesterday, they want to be the stars, so we have to find the good way to win-win situation to have people happy by being as close and on the ships, and ships happy with their daily routine. And work more in details earlier with the fleet accommodation facilities. Actually, it was not too easy when you get the final applications for the race in May, because we were doing our plans on a less number of ships that we had previously, but the number grew, and we had to find other ways where we could allocate the fleet. So to sum it up, I would like to see how it went. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
We'll take any questions for Linda now, if anyone has any questions.
Thank you very much. First, I want to say that I was very impressed in Riga. It was a wonderful event. I had the opportunity to be there, and congratulations for the whole staff of City of Riga. I'm very happy to be here. Probably this is the final presentation of the conference, and it is very good because we were organized the final of the tall ships this year. So I want to give you some most important informations, feedback from the city. Some of you probably already have a question, why Szczecin decided to organize this event in such a big scale. The answer is very simple. It is exactly the same reason why Sochi is organizing the Olympic Games. Other cities are organizing the Euro Championship in football. We see great potential in the tall ships. In Poland, we say that there are three most beautiful things in the world: women dancing, horse galloping, and the tall ship under the sails. So I think the positive emotions which are built around the sailing, the ships, all these emotions are so good that we can build on this also the image of the city. And we decided after the success of 2007 final to invest money in this project and to build also the image of the city on the tall ships. So some main points of the finals program. Even the opening was something special because of the visit of the president of the country, Mr. Bronisław Komorowski. Of course, it means that the level of the event is going higher, but also the interest of the media, which was very important for us. And the thousands of people during this ceremony. The same day we had the captain's dinner. We decided to invite also some VIPs. We had a few ambassadors and presidents of major Polish and international companies, altogether 500 people. So we had actually the problem with finding the location for the dinner, but we solved it. Only problem was the temperature, because in Szczecin it was the African summer. Some pictures from the captain's dinner. Crew parade. Crew parade was, as in 2007, very long. Jerzy helped me, 3 kilometers or ile? 3 kilometers. So very, very long. But the parade goes through the whole city to the park where is located the amphitheater. And in this amphitheater for 5,000 people was the awarding ceremony. It is always the great event, the crew parade. We had 10 or more orchestras and theaters which displayed some shows, and of course, most important, crews. By the way, crew party, which was located in the castle of Szczecin. We have a very good feedback from the crews. They had a very good time there. Few places in the castle and outside in the tent, and very good time for everyone. And coming back to the parade and the prize-giving ceremony, you see the amphitheater in Szczecin. It is really amazing show with emotions, and the crews are giving the wonderful show. Some financial and organization informations. The total cost of the event was 20 million zlotys. It is 4.65 million euro. And approximately 20% of that it was given by the sponsors. The structure, the main coordination was in the city hall. All the commercial arrangements was made by the Szczecin International Fairs. All artistic arrangements by Szczecin Artistic Agency. And of course, we cooperate with many partners, mostly with the port and ship service. Total number of tall ships, 91. Marketing budget, it was 1.2 million euro. I don't go to details because it was all these details was given during the presentation of for the promotion. Of course, we used all possible channels for advertisement and the promotion. By the way, we are very proud of mobile application which was made specially for that. You cannot upload this anymore because it disappeared from the system, but I still have on my phone. You can find all details of the schedule, also showing on the map where is located this event, and all informations about every single toll ship, where it's located, and the history of this toll ship. So all most important informations, it was uploaded 5,000 times. Ways of advertisement. As you know, we were the partner of the STI for the toll ship races for last 4 years. So we made a promotion in the host ports, usually cooperating with the Fryderyk Chopin, Polish toll ship. And also, very important for us was the cooperation with our sponsoring partners. We decided to organize big artistic events. It is a little bit different than it was decided in Riga, but still keeping in mind that the toll ships are the real stars of this event. So even if I had the opportunity to meet Nelly Furtado, she was our main star for the Saturday evening, I said to her, "You are the star, but you will have a big competition, our wonderful toll ships." And she understood this because she is originally from Portugal, and she loved this sailing atmosphere too. But we had live broadcasting the concert at the Friday evening. It was the Soska Music Awards. It is like something like Polish Grammy, and they had a wonderful result, 17 of average audience. It is the best result during the summer of the Polish television. So it was, they had 3 million spectators. For us, very important is the sailing representation, not only because of the promotion which they are doing, but the educational program. This is the most important. We had more than 100 trainees, and they have paid 50%. The rest was paid by the city. You can see some pictures how it is managed by them. This some events in the area of the event. Our team of liaison officers, it was 130 of them, all of course volunteers. They were recruited a few months before. They had a special training for that, and they made a wonderful job. We are very happy because of their enthusiasm and smile, and also the group of volunteers. In this group of the 40 people, it was 20 from all over Europe, from Italy, Spain, Germany. So it was a very international experience. As I said, Nelly Furtado was the main star, and the concert Soska Music Awards. Soska, one of the commercial Polish radio stations, they decided to build the dedicated for Szczecin stage, which was really huge and impressive. And the sea parade. Szczecin is not just on the seaside, so of course it is not located very close to the city, but the Baltic Sea, Świnoujście, and Międzyzdroje. This is the touristic place, so tourists could see the parade from the seaside, from the beaches. Unfortunately, there was no wind, so most of the ships didn't use the sails. We were asked to say also about some difficulties. It was even almost dangerous, the weather. We are very happy that it's sunny and hot, but it was a little bit too hot. So we had to arrange in a last moment the special points with water to drink and to I don't know how to say this. Okay, the shower, to do the shower, yes, like this. And also prepare the water for them. It was a little bit surprise for us, but of course we understand why. In the officers' dinner, we had maybe 30% of people which we invited, but it was exactly during the concert of Nelly Furtado, so probably they decided to join our other events. The problem we still have with renting decks, it was maybe 12, maybe 15, so it is not enough in the scale of the event. Still, the companies do not understand what's going on. What is the benefit for them organizing such small events on decks? So hopefully in the future it will be better. Okay. I want to say that I know that everyone loves some movies, so I have a short movie for you for the end of this presentation. And this is the example of some, let's say, added value. Because it was not made, the movie, by us. It was the movie made by one of the companies which was involved. The company which was responsible for tents.
just me and you. Simple moments, sensual with you. Do nothing all day, just breathe, just breathe. Hold my hand for a long time, oh, and never let go. Oh, oh, then I feel more strong. Can give you that song. Good time, just me and you. 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 Simple moments, sensual with you. Do nothing all day, just breathe, just breathe. Hold my hand for a long time, and never let go. Oh, oh, then I feel more strong. Can give you that song. Good time, just me and you. Good time, just me and you. Good time, just me and you. Good time, just me and you.
That's it. Thank you very much.